Welcome back to Motor Authority. Today's video takes us deep into a new chapter in global strategic weaponry. It's not about hypercars or the fastest Fs this time year, but something even faster, and far more consequential: Iran's 2026 Jihad Ballistic Missile. A name that's drawing attention, speculation, and intense scrutiny from military analysts around the world. The Jihad missile, recently unveiled by Iran, isn't just a weapons system, it's a message. A technological leap designed to shift the balance in a region already on edge. But what is it really? How powerful is it? And what does it mean for the future of ballistic missile warfare in the Middle East? Let's break it down. First, the basics. The Jihad missile is categorized as a medium to intermediate range ballistic missile, although sources vary. Estimates place its range at around 2,000 to 2,500 kilometers. That's enough to cover almost the entire Middle East, reach Israel, Turkey, southeastern Europe, and US bases across the Gulf. And it reportedly carries a payload capacity of up to 1,500 kilograms, theoretically capable of being outfitted with both conventional and, potentially, nuclear warheads. Its propulsion system is solid fuel, a major development. Iran has historically relied on liquid-fueled missiles like the Shahab series. But solid fuel tech means faster launch readiness, lower maintenance, and fewer vulnerabilities during transport and deployment. That means this missile can be moved, prepped, and fired with minimal detection. For military strategists, this shifts the threat level up significantly. The Jihad missile also features what's been described as a precision guidance system, including rumored terminal maneuverability, suggesting it might evade standard missile defense systems like Israel's Arrow or the US THAAD system. Whether this is marketing or reality is still under analysis. But if the claims hold, it represents a jump in Iranian missile engineering, possibly through domestic development or foreign assistance from players like North Korea or even reverse-engineered Western tech. In a recent military parade, Iranian commanders presented the Jihad missile mounted on a mobile launcher. Unlike older variants, this one wasn't on a heavy-duty trailer, it was on a more compact, camouflaged TEL, or transporter erector launcher. This implies operational flexibility. The kind of flexibility that means these missiles can move through tunnels, fire from mountainous regions, or be hidden in civilian structures. We've also seen imagery of underground bases, or what Iran refers to as missile cities. These fortified locations are reportedly laced beneath mountains, holding dozens of launch-ready missiles like the Jihad. That's an enormous strategic advantage. In a preemptive war scenario, these silos are hard to detect, harder to destroy, and guarantee a second strike capability. From a technological point of view, we're seeing Iran rapidly evolve from an asymmetric actor to a nation with legitimate ballistic missile deterrence. That's a game changer. And the naming of Jihad is no coincidence. It's a psychological play. Naming a missile after a concept as charged and politically symbolic as jihad sends a layered message. It's both domestic propaganda and international posturing. For the Islamic Republic, missiles like this are more than weapons. They're ideological tools. Since the 1980s, Iran has been developing homegrown defense industries, spurred by sanctions, embargoes, and isolation. That isolation, ironically, forced innovation. The Jihad missile is the result of nearly 4 decades of iterative development, building from Soviet Scuds, improving range, then adding guidance, and now, speed and mobility. Western intelligence agencies are still analyzing the missile's specs. Some experts question the full credibility of Iran's claims, particularly about accuracy and stealth features. The advertised circular error probable, or CEP, is reportedly under 10 meters. That would be near surgical precision for a missile of this class. If true, it brings the Jihad missile close to cruise missile effectiveness, despite being a ballistic projectile. Accuracy that high also opens the door to use against hardened targets like air bases, radar installations, and naval vessels in port. That expands its threat profile dramatically. We're no longer talking about a missile for shock and awe. We're talking about one for tactical suppression. International response has been swift. Israel has reportedly stepped up satellite surveillance and prepared for preemptive strike scenarios. The US has rerouted some naval assets to the region, with additional missile defense deployments planned in Qatar and the UAE. Saudi Arabia, too, has intensified its ballistic missile defense purchases, possibly working with China on its own program. This isn't just a technical development, it's a geopolitical flair. A signal that Iran is not only playing the game but trying to shift the rules. What does this mean for arms control? Not much yet. Iran remains outside key missile treaties, like the MTCR, and its nuclear status is still in a gray area. But moves like this increase pressure for renewed talks. Or, at the very least, sharper containment strategies. For Iran's allies, particularly proxy groups like Hezbollah and the Houthis, the Jihad missile is a morale boost. It represents the long arm of Tehran, and its potential for retaliation in any regional conflict. It also complicates the calculus for Israeli or American strikes on Iranian nuclear facilities. Launch windows are tighter. Response times are shorter. Margins for error are gone. Let's not forget the psychological impact, too. Images of missiles being paraded, launched, and glorified create an aura of power. Domestically, it boosts national pride. Internationally, it injects fear and uncertainty. And fear is a potent weapon, especially in an asymmetric conflict environment. One more thing: there's speculation about the Jihad missile's potential compatibility with satellite launch systems. Iran has been attempting to build out its space program for years. A dual-use missile capable of orbiting payloads or dropping warheads isn't just a regional concern, it's a global one. So where does this leave us? We're witnessing the militarization of technology under ideological banners. The Jihad missile is not just a strategic asset, it's a political signal wrapped in steel, propulsion, and fuel. It's an expression of defiance, innovation, and ambition all in one. The world is watching. Defense analysts are modeling. Satellites are tracking. And nations are responding. In the months ahead, we'll likely see new variants, maybe with hypersonic features or MIRV capabilities, or multiple independently targetable re-entry vehicles. Whether those are real or propaganda, the arms race is already on. And so, as we shift our lens from supercars to supersonic warheads, the message is clear: speed, power, and range are no longer just a matter of design, they're a matter of doctrine. Thanks for watching Motor Authority. Subscribe for deep dives not just into machines but the movements shaping the future of global power. Stay sharp, stay informed, and we'll see you in the next video.